Hello, Provo City. This is Superintendent Dow from Provo City School District. I would love to give you an update about what's going on in our district and also give you a preview of what's taking place in our board meeting next week. So first and foremost, if it looks like I'm in a hotel room, that's because that's where I'm at. I'm up in Midway with several of our board members at USBA Leadership Academy. So grateful for the opportunity to work with our board as we're trying to find ways to make our schools really great places for all students and figuring out how to improve our educational system overall. And so just really feel the privilege and honor of working with these individuals as we're trying to create a great school community. First and foremost, we do have a board meeting next Tuesday, September 12th. The study session will begin at 4:40 p.m. We do have several items that will be discussed, so hence why the slightly earlier start than our traditional 5 o'clock time. Business meeting will begin at 7 o'clock p.m. It is open to the public. The study session will be in boardroom 1, and the business meeting will be in the Professional Development Center. Both are at the district office, and the public are welcome at both of these meetings. We will be discussing our strategic planning update. Our business administrator will be giving a construction update on Wasatch, Shoreline, and Timpview, all of the building that's taking place there. We will also be having presentations about social media as well as our school safety and security update from Director Jason Garrison. So if you would like to stay tuned for that and to see the progress that we have made based on recommendations in a safety audit that was conducted for our district, please stay tuned for that. We will have some policy updates that are tied to some of our negotiated agreements with human resources, as well as we do need to update our special education services policy so that it is in alignment with the state, and we do that update each year. So we will have our special education director giving updates about that as well. Also, just want to give a shout out to teachers. I was able to visit several schools this week: Independence High School, Timpview High School, Canyon Crest Elementary, Edgemont Elementary. Just some incredible teaching and learning taking place, and just always it's so fun to interact with the students. It was even great to be at Edgemont Elementary and walk into a 4th grade French class, and I actually could understand a little bit of what was taking place in science as I was learning about leaves on trees, and I was able to put that together. So just huge kudos to all of the educators that are working with our kids. I also want to thank our Timpview High teachers for being willing to park at the church so that they can be shuttled. It has eased the parking situation. And I just want to give a shout out to the Timpview community as a whole, as they are really trying to be as cooperative as they can. And we know it's been a tough situation. Huge shout out to Timpview High School for being recognized as one of the top comprehensive high schools in the state of Utah by U.S. News and World Report. That certainly comes from very involved parents, excellent students, tremendous teachers, great administrators. It really shows that that community comes together to demand has high expectations of our students, and just really great to see that award come through. So congratulations, Timpview High School. Also want to let you know that on Thursday we do have the United Way Day of Caring. We will have volunteers out in the schools to do various projects. We are very, very grateful for our partnership with the United Way. So that will be taking place on Thursday. We also have an upcoming golf tournament that is being sponsored by the foundation. That takes place on September 28th. So if you are interested in signing up to be part of that, please go to foundation.provo.edu. You can gain more information there. Also just want to give a shout out to our principals. They are engaging in some really heavy professional learning, particularly surrounding the idea of professional learning communities. We have a lot of community members that wonder why we get out early on Fridays, and a big portion of that is to ensure that we are really looking at student data and using that time effectively to improve our instruction, and that we're making sure that we're standards-based and we're using those data points to determine what interventions our students need, as well as what additional instruction needs to take place the following week. So we have ratcheted up some expectations tied to that. And ultimately, the goal of that is that we need to see improved student outcomes. So we will share more of that with you as to what those expectations are and what you should be seeing and what that time is being used for. I've had some questions about that, so just wanted to address that briefly here. Next week is Provo and Timpview's homecoming, so lots of great activities that should bring in our entire Provo community. So I hope you'll participate in those. We have our elementary schools are all launching a lot of their reading programs and reading initiatives. So stay connected with those schools as well so that you can be reading with your kids as part of that process. And we're looking forward to really just a great September. Feels like school is in a rhythm. And as always, we hope you have a great weekend. So thank you so much.